Fuck. We can only make additional raw food out of raw food. Oh, wow. We can turn that raw food into 3 raw food. That's amazing.
Yeah, but remember that we can only get a certain amount of raw. Like, if we need...
That's the max of raw food, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's 3 in here. It's great.
Yeah, but we would then have to take one more action to get, like, 1 more raw food.
Well, no, we've got vegetable.
Well, yeah, no, but what I mean is, so it's just... The lack of raw food components really just... what it meant was that we can't get the extra raw food for trading, and that using the actions to make raw food is now less efficient, which is the problem we're having.
I don't understand how it's less efficient.
Well, because previously we could do the raw food action twice and make a net gain of 4, but now we only make a net gain of 3, which is only enough to feed our group, so that we're left with no leftovers to profit. Because if we trade away our last raw food, then we can't make any more of it.
That was it. That's so shit.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Ready Steady Play.
Hello. Oh, was that my cue to say hello?
You've done well.
Okay,
good job. You did it.
I just instinctively was like, yeah.
It's Mike
and Ben. Hi.
And we're back here playing This War of Mine. I know that you're all very excited to see part 3, to see how it ends.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we were very excited to finish playing it, and we thought we'd film it while we were at it.
Yeah, for sure. And Mike, in the meantime, has seen a video.
Yep, I went to see Scream For Me Sarajevo, which was the name of the concert that Bruce Dickinson played during the Siege of Sarajevo, which is the siege on which this game is based. Mm. And it's a 2-hour documentary about this concert, but it's really all about sort of the atmosphere and the environment of living in the city during the siege. And it doesn't really go into the politics of the conflict a lot. It's more just about the sort of the regular people and their lifestyles and what they were doing and how they had to get by, and just how drastically sort of the situation in modern life can change in such a short space of time based on these kinds of situations. And it really is a very interesting documentary.
Kind of like this game.
Kind of like this game,
except it doesn't go into the politics.
Well, but I think even with this game, like, that really comes out in the storybook more than anything. It's quite easy to sort of see the board and the setup here as sort of a bit of an abstract survival situation. Mm. Whereas when the stories in the book come out and they don't quite go the way you expect, or, you know, it's like the museum guy, it's like you hear the noises and you think something bad's going to happen. And then it's actually the guy from the museum hiding the cultural artifacts.
Yeah. And
you're like, oh, I didn't expect that. And then we've got the moral dilemma of, do we dig them up and trade them or sell them for goods? Mm. And that was sort of, that kind of thing was what this documentary was really about. You know, it was about how, it was actually also about how culture flourished in these desperate times, how people were getting together, putting on concerts, writing music, singing songs, and performing plays in order to keep their spirits alive and keep their moral up, because they didn't have access to, you know, because money lost all value, and they didn't have access to, you know, like goods and services like we have, like we take for granted in modern life. So that was, and what was really fascinating was how quickly that had turned around from just sort of this everyday, you know, westernized life to this completely different and remarkable situation. And it was incredible how people came together and supported each other in that time as well. So if you get a chance to check it out, I really recommend watching that documentary, because it's a really interesting insight into that situation and what was going on. And it's really interesting to hear Bruce Dickinson talking about going out to do the concert and sort of what that meant to him and to the people there. And it's maybe not quite what you expect as well. And I think it's fascinating to see how, I think one of the most interesting things actually is just how little awareness we have of it. And yet it was so close. It was so close to us here in the UK, but also people in Europe. And yet it's just remarkable how little awareness we have of that. And I guess it just goes to show the fragility of these kinds of situations. And with the current political climate as well, I guess it's probably seems even a bit more relevant now than ever. So what I'll do is I'll put a link to that stuff into the video and where you can find it in the description below. And maybe there'll even be a little card somewhere on the screen. So you can check that out if that's something that interests you, or if you're into Iron Maiden or Bruce Dickinson as well. The soundtrack is great. Of course, Bruce Dickinson fully supported it. He's in the documentary as well. And the people that he played in the concert with. And they do a little road trip recreating the journey they made back then in sort of present times as part of the documentary as well, which is really interesting.
That sounds good. I will check it out.
Definitely worth your time to watch that. But, make sure you sort of curl up with a friend or something, because some of it's quite harrowing.
I'm sure it is, just like,
just like this experience that we're about to embark on.
Well, it doesn't, from what I remember, it's not too bleak. We're actually near the end.
We've made it quite far.
Yeah.
We're entering into chapter 3.
Final chapter, yes, final chapter. And we just need to survive with one of these characters, with at least level 2 or less of any of these statuses. All
their statuses need to be equal to or less than 2.
Yeah.
And we need Marco, Bruno, or Marin to survive. Roman is expendable because he joined the show late.
Oh, really? Oh, I forgot. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, if you remember, he was the one that we took in.
Yeah, because we start with 3, of course.
Yeah.
Cool. In that case.
But he is also our dude. I mean, I'd prefer to save them all if possible.
Yeah, no. I mean, let's not lose anyone. So, got the little reference rulebook here to remind us how we do this.
Don't think it's okay to start thinking of human life as expendable. Just because the game objectives say it is.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Draw. Well, you get more points the more people who survive.
I mean, and what are we doing this for if not for the most points?
Yeah, of course.
I think it's as Chris said, it was Alex. Alex said that, if you have the most points, then you're just a better human being.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense in this game. So we got an event.
Yep, so we start off by doing an event. And this is a new ending event because we are now in the ending of the game. So according to Ben, who knows a bit more about this than me, these are sort of scripted.
Well, they're specific for the end of every game.
This was contrived, whereas the rest were randomized,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
But these are in a random order.
Ooh. Here we go. Crime on the Rise. Place this on the Night Raid's deck. Until the end of the game, during each Night Raid phase, draw and resolve 2 cards instead of 1. Oh, that's fun, isn't it? Also, add 3 cold to the cold space. But because we're on maximum cold, we can't do that.
Yeah, right. Screw the cold. All right. So that's that. Great. All right, great. Okay, that was you. Now I guess we'll do the 3 actions. So we've got 2. I can't remember.
Does anyone actually have 3? Bruno has 3 actions.
Yeah, Bruno's on it. Bruno's good.
Whereas Marco and Roman are tired as shit.
Yeah. So what needs to happen is Ronan needs to get on the chair. Because he's got 1 action and he needs to get over being miserable.
God, I would love to have a me card for this.
Just you.
Well, yeah, like a Mike YouTuber, and then my face on it.
And a miniature to go with it.
Well, I wonder if I know anyone who can make miniatures.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Put it in the comments, maybe.
A link to the thing below that we're not talking about.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay, what's going on? Right.
So Roman's going to check.
Yeah, Roman's going in the chair.
1 action.
Well, he's almost so miserable that he doesn't want to continue.
Yeah.
So we're going to give him a good book. We're going to send him to the chair.
How many books do you want to give him?
Well, can he not just take all of them?
Well, we need a book to burn to cook.
Right, so if he's got them all, we can't cook the book.
For each book in... Oh, it's for each book in storage, add 2. Okay, so we definitely want to do that before we go cooking.
Yes.
Okay.
To maximize the efficiency of our literature.
Yeah, so we should definitely search that heap and furniture that we've got rubble removed for now.
Yes, because that might get us wood to burn instead of books.
Yes. So,
I've heard of people who burn books and they're not very nice. Who's going? Him?
But it doesn't actually matter, I don't think. Oh, and then we want...
Well, Bruno needs to do vegetable things, right?
You may sacrifice an action during the day to roll a back dice, add 6 to 10. Maybe it's better to roll cigarettes at this point.
Cigarettes is our new... So, don't judge us, but our new plan for financing our operation here is to sell cigarettes.
Until the army deals go out of fashion.
I promise you, this is just we were forced into this position by economic situations.
Yeah.
We did not want to become tobacco merchants.
No, but it's turning out to be pretty lucrative, so I'm not complaining.
What can we say? The army likes cigarettes,
Yeah, makes sense.
But, I believe in the morals of capitalism, or in moral capitalism. I don't believe that just because there's demand for cigarettes, cigarettes, we should sell them. But in this, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Of course, and we need to also put we also need someone to basically make more herbs as well. But that's with a weight token, isn't it?
Yeah, place a weight token.
Yeah. So we'll put
when are weight tokens resolved?
After things.
After things.
Yeah. So put someone there, and then...
Oh, is Bruno going to go and try and get his vegetable, or will he do that later?
I think he can do that later. He's got all 3 actions.
Excellent.
Cool. So then we resolve. So should we start with Roman on the chair?
Sure. We've got our brand new... Well, I say brand new. I've actually had this for ages, and then we played a whole bunch of games on the channel that didn't use any dice. So I'm quite pleased to get the Ready Steady Play dice tray out.
Oh, well, I don't want to burst your bubble, but because we're adding +4 to this roll... Oh, no, we can fail. We totally can fail.
Great, so you can pick a D10, Ben.
Nope, you do it. Okay,
well, I can't remember which was the good book D10.
The one that's brown, obviously. That's pretty D10 book.
I mean, this looks bookish, doesn't it?
So okay, here we go. Roll it good. Make sure you do good rolling, like Chris always taught you how to do. Yes, that's the 10. That's a 10. That's a 10.
Not a 0.
That's not a 0. That's a 10. Yes.
Great. So that means that the books were good.
And his misery is lowered by 1.
Perfect. So it goes to 2?
Yeah.
All right. I require a better misery token.
There we go. Da-na-na-na.
So Roman is slightly less miserable now.
Boop. Cool. All right. Well done, Roman. All right, Herb Garden. Do you want to just put the weight token there now? We'll do the rolling later. We'll roll our cigarettes later. And yeah, let's see.
So wait, the action he's taking here is
the top one.
Is roll cigarettes.
Sorry.
It's cultivate herbs or roll
so you
cigarettes.
have to discard a chems and a water to put the weight token there.
That just gives us more herbs, though.
Yes, but that's for next. We don't get that until next day.
Right. So we're also going to do roll cigarettes as well.
Yes. So
then that says for each 1 herb, 1 cigarette. So we can actually roll up these 3 herbs into 3 cigarettes.
3 cigarettes, yeah, totally. So let's flip over that guy's...
Okay, so here we go.
In the heap we have found.
Marin is going through the heap, and Marin has found 5 components and 5 wood.
Oh, I'm happy with that. 1,
yes.
2, 3, 4, 5.
It was a lucrative heap.
1, 2, 3. So now we could technically get enough to build a new fitting that we've researched. Cool. Thank you. And what's next? Furniture.
Bruno! No, this isn't Bruno. This is Marco. Marco is pulling apart the furniture with his fire axe, because he's a fireman. And we've got 1 raw food, 1 mechanical part, 1 sugar, and 1 wood.
That's amazeballs.
I can't believe this raw food isn't rotten.
What was it? Mechanical part and sugar?
1 mechanical part, 1 sugar, 1 wood. How many days have passed in this game now?
I don't know. They just seem to fly by.
But I mean, it's been at least like 6 or 7, right?
Yeah.
So this raw food is 6 or 7 days old, and it's not even been refrigerated.
It's probably older than that. You don't know how we.
The image shows meat. I'm gonna pretend that it's rice. Because raw meat that's 7 days old, unrefrigerated.
Not unless it's like those canned hot dogs.
Oh, you mean those Frankfurters that just come in the plastic, like... Oh, yeah, canned Frankfurt. Oh, God, those are so bad.
Yeah, but they're food. Though.
I think, in this situation, you'd be like, yes! It's so good!
Cool.
Chef Boyardee, my favorite.
So that's all our first actions. So who's now out of actions? Marco and Roman. So the blue and the orange are now out of actions. But Marin has 1 more action, and Bruno has 2 more actions.
Okay. Now, Marin is our Pokebat specialist, but I don't think we need to do Pokebatting.
Let's have a look at the fittings, because I'm sure we could build something.
Well, we were talking about building the more efficient heater to help combat the cold after somebody in the chat told us that was a lot more efficient than we thought it would be.
That's the top 2 there.
So we've got the efficient heater, which
can we make it right now? Yeah. No, we don't have an electrical part.
We have 2 mechanical parts. We have 3 mechanical parts and no electrical parts, so we can't make that.
We can't even make electrical parts.
Yeah, we can.
So that means either of them are useless.
Yeah, we can make them at the we can make an electrical part in the workshop.
Oh, for every 2 components. Oh, what? Yeah, so we can totally make this. We can make that. Yeah.
Yeah, but that would cost 2 actions, because 1 to make the electrical part and then 1 to make it.
Oh, that's true. Okay, and the simple heater.
The vegetable garden. Improved vegetable garden. So this allows us to grow vegetables. And this costs 2 mechanical parts, 2 electrical parts, 2 components, and 2 wood. So actually what we really need to do is go to the workshop and make electrical parts if we want to make either of these.
But we still won't have enough for this, because this would require 6 components in total, and we only have 5.
That's true, but I have a brain.
You do.
I have a brain moment.
Well done. I mean, I don't think we really need this right now, because we've got enough food coming in.
I think that actually, given our new cigarette economy and our raw food thing, which is still, the raw food is just about enough to feed the group, right? The real problem with the raw food becoming limited due to the food shortage event is that the actions are less efficient and we have less to trade. I mean, the raw food trading for 10 was the cornerstone of our bartering economic power. So having the cigarettes instead is fine. So yeah, the food is okay. Cold could be a big problem.
Yeah.
Like we've sort of managed to swing by passing off the illness to Marco, who's got an incredible immune system. But if that fails and everybody gets sick, we might suddenly start having big problems. So I think taking care of the cold might be good. I mean, even if we can just get sort of rid of half of the cold tokens, usually it's like, danger equals cold tokens minus board ups.
Yeah, so we only really need to remove 1 cold token.
How many are there?
There's
like 6. We need to remove like 3.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so making an efficient heater is better.
Yeah, because then we can get rid of 3 of them for 3 wood.
Yeah,
books,
yeah.
Or books. But I think the books are better to hang on to because they're our only way to deal with misery.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, in that case, let's
build the efficient heater.
Quick question. Can we have a look at the ideas and just have a look for the bed?
Oh, yeah, the bed?
Yeah, just because
everyone's really fatigued. So that's 3 components and 4 wood. And it says, lower the fatigue of the character placed here by 2. Note, sleeping in the bed for a whole night removes all fatigue from the character. So you can take a nap as an action. Oh, that's really good. I mean...
You can take an action and then get all your actions back.
Don't know why we didn't make this earlier. We've been sleeping on the floor this entire time.
Yes, this entire time.
Alright, so having an idea would be good. How do we have ideas?
We go here and we can actually get 2 ideas. So we could also, instead of getting we can get the herbal workshop to make bandages instead of... But
it requires 100% alcohol. And the problem with 100% alcohol is it's really expensive because of the army deals.
Alright, fine. Well,
what I mean is by the time we'd got it, it'd probably have been cheaper just to get the bandages.
Well, getting a reinforced door at this time seems we're getting 2 of these.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Does that help with night raids?
Yeah, and you know what? We can actually build this. We can, if we idea...
We don't have electrical parts. We need to get some electrical parts.
We can, if we did, we won't be able to roll cigarettes, but if we had an idea and built the electrical parts, and then Marin's last action could be to build the reinforced door. Which means add +2 to your prowess for each character on guard duty. Oh, kind of awesome.
But then we wouldn't have any cigarettes for trading, right?
We won't have any cigarettes for trading, no. Also, no one's cooked.
Right, and the problem with nobody cooking is that we've only got 2 raw food and a vegetable. Which is problematic because that's not enough to feed everybody.
No, and we don't have any...
How's our hunger at the moment? I mean, it's not great, it's not terrible. We've got 1, 1, 2, 2.
Everyone can drink, which is nice.
No, we're short on water. Oh, no, 4, yeah. 4 and 4, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I think the bed and the reinforced door are things we need to probably be going for. So put that on the top there. I think the most immediate problem is cooking and rolling cigarettes.
Yeah, I honestly think if we cook and roll cigarettes and then sort of solve these other problems,
that goes in our fittings.
I mean, I feel like these are all I feel like a lot of these are the same aspirations we've had for this entire game.
Yeah.
What tends to happen is that we've got all these great ideas and they just never quite come to fruition because you just don't have enough time and resources to do them.
It's true. So, I mean, someone needs to cook and someone needs to roll cigarettes.
Yeah, I really... Dealing with the fatigue, though, and I think...
Well, the fatigue is due... Because we just send these two to sleep. And we leave these two on guard duty. Oh, no, we send him out. Fuck. He has an inventory of 5. Okay, he's going out. Marco's basically going out. These two will need to be on guard duty, and he has to sleep. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And then we should build a bed. So right now, we should spend... We basically have 3 actions left. We should do cooking, rolling cigarettes, and then get those ideas for next round.
Yeah, I think that's our best bet, yeah. And then we just hope we survive the night. Don't we have... we've still got Vigilant Watch, which we can play during the night phase to sort of resolve the thing.
My god, yes. Okay, yeah, that's
so
awesome.
that helps us. And Secret Storage as well, which helps us protect stuff during the night.
That's awesome.
But bear in mind that these, we were like, last chapter, we're like, these are basically going to resolve 2 whole night phases, and then we've only got 1 more. Except now we've got twice as many night phases to survive. True, yeah. So these are half as effective, basically.
Okay, well, I'm happy with that. So, dupe and dupe.
So if you guys have forgotten, we've got the Vigilant Watch here that lowers damage or wounds from a night raid card, and it can sort of be used to prevent the theft of tokens, right?
Mm-hmm. Lower the damage from a single night raid card by 4 tokens, yeah.
Yeah. So or resources or
Yeah, and then this we have to play at the beginning where we have to hide things that we really don't want to get taken.
Yeah, so that will help us protect our most valuable stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. Okay, cool. So those 2 guys are there. They resolve.
Yep, so we roll 3 cigarettes.
Oh shit, we're gonna have one. Someone's gonna go thirsty, I've just realised.
Yeah, because we're cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3 herbs for 3 cigarettes.
I guess the herbs are tobacco. Or were they?
Ha. Ha 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 ha. They're very cheap. Must be tobacco. There you go. Oh, I put them in the wrong thingy.
So, these cigarettes, because of the army deals, are worth 6 each, which is awesome.
And they weigh nothing.
And they weigh nothing, which is awesome.
Cool. And the crude stove does some cooking. So we lose a water, a wood, and a food in exchange for 3 food.
Yay!
Cool. And then the last action will be from him to go here.
It's gone off.
And he takes the new idea, right?
Yep, so he's going to get 2 new ideas. He's going to... So that who is that? That's Marin?
Yeah.
He's going to have the genius idea of making a bed to sleep on. It only took a week to come up with that idea. And reinforcing the front door so nobody can get in that we don't want them to. Again, it took a week, but we've come up with some great ideas.
Okay. So now we're in the dusk phase. Each character must drink a water, discard from storage. But everyone that doesn't has to either, as a 50-50 of hunger versus misery going up or down.
Right, so I venture that Bruno's the one that doesn't drink, right?
Okay, yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He does have this stuff on his spirit. Right?
Oh, if he's hungry, then he gets a thing. But him is, if anyone's hungry, level 3. So maybe make Marco do it. Yeah, I think make Marco do it.
Not drink.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Okay, roll the dice for Marco. It's the hunger dice.
Oh, what's the hunger dice?
It's a 1 to 5. They raise their hunger.
No, I just remember which colour is it.
Oh, probably blue because it's water. So it's more of a thirst dice.
Here we go.
That is a 6. Raise their misery by 1. Uh-oh. So it begins. Okay. So, now each character should eat 1 or more food. Woohoo! And they lower their hunger by 1. Oh no, except the vegetable where their hunger stays the same. Woo! So,
I only gave Bruno the vegetable because he's the vegetable man.
I'm the vegetable.
He's the one that conjures them out of thin air. I feel like he just kind of hides it in his cheeks. And then later he's just like, vegetable.
Cool. So now we're on the evening phase, and now we have to assign to sleep in a bed, sleep on the floor, guard duty, or scavenging.
Well, we don't have a bed yet. We've only just come up with that revolutionary new idea. So let's have Roman sleeping on the floor, Marco's sleeping on the floor, and no, Marco's going out exploring, isn't he?
Yeah.
And then Bruno is standing guard. Bruno, the TV chef, standing guard. And Marin, what's Marin, the garage owner,
Also
doing?
standing guard.
They're both standing guard?
Yeah, and you know what? Give them a gun. Or give
We
them
don't have a gun.
Give them an axe.
Yep. The fearsome axe.
Okay, so
There you go, gents.
you are now fatigued. You get your fatigue up by 1. Your fatigue goes down by 2.
Which is good because he was about to die of exhaustion.
And now Marco's about to die of exhaustion. Good times.
This is a hard game.
This is hard. Cool. So now we do the scavenging phase. So we need to choose one of the 3 locations and choose equipment. So what's he taking with him? So he's obviously going to go trading.
Yeah, so he should have...
All the cigarettes.
Except for one, right? Because we're keeping one back in case Roman needs it. Or one of our guys has like a cigarette addiction and we don't want their misery going up. Yeah, discard a cigarette or raise his misery by 1.
Oh, and Bruno.
Yeah, so we should keep cigarettes around for them. At least one well, it's habit A, so we either need 2 cigarettes or none.
And what will happen? Their misery will go up by 1. I mean, their miseries can go up by 1.
Well, let's keep 1 just in case one of them gets misery.
And then at least we have choice.
Yeah, we can at least be like that. So we'll take 3 cigarettes because they're weightless and valuable. Now, we don't really want to take any components or mechanical parts, do we? Because we're building that stuff.
Except in the case if bad stuff happens. Like getting robbed.
Right, you mean to sort of protect the things.
Yeah, so maybe take like the chems, because we need that. And the coffee. Take everything weightless, because...
Well, we've discussed this before, because you were saying if we take it all out with us, then it can't be stolen, right?
Yeah.
But the catch 22 is that if something happens to Marco, like he's murdered and robbed...
He's just going trading.
What if he's murdered and robbed by a evil trader?
But Marco knows the way. He can't get into trouble. Oh, unless we're going to do the exploration deck. But I don't think we should do the I think we should just return 6 cards.
Exploring is fun.
It's pretty fun, and we can get some findings. We'll do what we usually
We've
do.
always been quite safe with it, except for that one time when we broke into that flat. I gave him everything except for the stuff that weighs things.
Yeah, that's fair. But if we do use that, this card...
Or discard?
Yeah. We can pick 3 things.
Mm-hmm.
So we could, for safekeeping, just leave a coffee in a cigarette behind.
Very well then.
Good. Very good. Make it so.
Mm-hmm. Make it so.
So... All right.
Marco, energized.
So we set the noise to 1 and off we go. Prepare the unknown.
Ben, prepare the unknown.
I was already...
I was already doing that. God, you're such a nag.
I thought you were trying to be all like, Captain Picard on me.
Right,
ordering people to do things that they're already doing. Like Mike, breathe. Good. You made it so good. Okay, what do we get?
I have made it so. You've prepared the unknown.
I put the entire deck there. That was wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I was like, I don't remember us doing it like that
9, 10,
before.
11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, cool. Right, now this is the deck. Right. Let's do this. Do you want to go first?
Okay.
Da 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 da.
Climb up. Look for another way. Return 3 exploration cards. Or climb. Roll the grey scavenging die. You can use your prowess to reroll to determine how many wounds are suffered during the climb. Well, the grey dice is garbage. I think we should just roll it. I mean, he's got prowess 2, so I've got like 2 rerolls.
Let's have a look at the grey dice.
It's only got 2 sides with wounds on. The rest are blank.
All right. I like those odds.
Yeah, me too.
I still think this is stupid, but okay.
I think you're stupid.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Yeah, we did it!
See?
And you thought I'd be stupid. Alright, great. Okay, me now. I got a Search the Heap. Can return 2 exploration cards and raise the noise by 1, or just raise the noise by 1.
But then roll for noise.
Yeah.
So you were notorious for going, this is fine, we should just raise the noise and roll because it's low, and then you roll like a 1. Do you remember that's happened like twice?
Yeah, which is why I'm thinking let's just return 2 and raise it.
Yeah, I agree. But if I had not taken rolled the grey die, we would have missed this card. Because we would have returned it.
That's true. Yeah, okay, bye.
Gotta take some risks. I'm just saying.
Okay. And now we guess what? We get heap stuff. Get heaps of stuff.
We get a heap of stuff. What are the special findings here? Chems, moonshine, and vegetable. Well, obviously moonshine is what we want. Because it's more valuable now.
Okay, you ready? 1.
Yep.
What do we got? Boop.
We've got a book and 2 mechanical parts. Well, that's garbage because we've got so much of that already. In fact, I don't think there's any books left.
You know what would be nice? Mm-hmm. Electrical parts.
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably just trade. We could trade it. Oh my god. Mechanical part. Hooray. Cool. And then what else?
There's 2 books.
No, 2 mechanical parts.
Oh, 2 mechanical parts in the book.
Well, we have all the mechanical parts in play. Great.
Component limited, I'm afraid.
I quite like that.
We're just too rich. We're doing too good.
And we also have all the books.
Yeah, we have all.
We're actually carrying the books already on us.
Yeah. He just found the books in his pocket and was like, "Oh, hey, books!"
and now we have to roll the special findings.
Yeah, you have to roll for special findings. Which die would you like?
The heap die. I think it's the same as the book die. But that's definitely not it. Okay. Vegetable die. Oh, a 9!
It produces a vegetable.
Vegetable.
See, I told I picked the right die.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that was worth it. And then add tokens. Finally, I'll shove this card back into the findings deck. Cool. How many cards do we have left?
How many did you put out? 12? We've had like 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got like 4 more to play with.
Great. Stairs up. Ooh, 4. 4 noise.
No, I think we just return 2 and then go shopping.
So boring.
I want to play it safe. I want to win. We've been playing this for like 3 days. We've spent 3 days on this game. Yeah, I'm returning these 3. All right, 6 shopping. Cool. All right, trade. Just because it's the first time we've done it this part, I'll just read it for the sake of people.
If you're tuning in for the first time for this war of mine, here is the trade area flavor text.
Despite the crowds, this does not look like any marketplace that existed before the war. The faded people resembling skeletons try to barter junk and scrap. We join them. You may buy tokens here. Any tokens here. Trade commission is 4. Oh, good thing we bought all that crap. Alright. What do we want? Bandages for Roman.
Yeah, bandages are 10.
And what else do we want? Electrical parts.
Yes. Maybe 2 electrical parts. No, wait. What do we want to make the bed and the reinforced door, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, only the if we want to build the vegetable.
No, we don't want the vegetable.
We don't want or what about the heater?
The heater. We want the heater and the reinforced. We want the bed and the reinforced door mainly, I think.
So then we just need 2 electrical parts.
Okay.
Well, we don't need any for the bed. Okay. The electrical parts are for the door and the heater.
And is it 1 each?
Yeah, 1 each.
So that goes up there. Okay, so we've spent. So that's what 6. So that's total of
16
plus 3, plus 4.
4 commission is 20.
20. So that's
the 3 cigarettes are 18.
So 18.
So I need to find 2 more somewhere. We can get rid of the mechanical part. And get rid of the mechanical part. That's everything. And that leaves us plenty of space to stock up on water.
Yes.
Because we only have an inventory of 5, so that gives us 3 water that we can take.
Good, but we kind of want more water.
Yeah, but what are we going to do? We just have to take the less electrical parts then. It's not really efficient.
That's true. And then we'd probably just need more components to make electrical parts anyway. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
But we do need more water. Well, if we get really desperate, we can send 2 characters to dig through the rubble.
In hopes of finding water?
Sometimes you do, yeah. That's happened.
Okay.
We flip the card over. Maybe you find like a bucket that's collected rainwater. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, and then do you want to draw this card, or should we just...
We shouldn't draw it, though.
Okay.
Because what if it's like raise noise by 3 and roll for noise, or discard 2 cards?
Don't we have to... Oh, yeah, because it's or end exploration, isn't that right?
Yeah.
So we have to... Oh, yeah, it's a closed door. Right, fine.
But we don't have to... No, because we can... on this card here, we can just do... return to exploration cards. Well, we can just end exploration.
No, we had to do that in order to go to the market. Then we draw that, and if that had an or exploration, then we could do that. So here we've just found a door, and it doesn't...
Pick the lock.
Oh, actually, map card. If there is no for closed door, this is wrong. We have to discard this and draw another one, actually. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, God. So wait, if there is no closed door, discard and draw a new card from the excavation deck. Okay, and then we've had to do that.
Draw a card from the colors deck.
Damn it. All right, go on. Crap.
Okay, now what we want is bright, colorful colors, and not like red and black and grey.
Yeah. Okay, so that leaves blue and green and red, actually. I think black and grey.
Is red okay? I thought red was like super violent.
Okay, well, let's see. We got blue. That's a nice, happy color. Then check.
Is it? Or is it
then,
the color?
Then draw a card from the exploration deck and check the number with that color.
88.
And then find the number of the book of scripts and resolve the corresponding text. Do you want to do this one?
You mean read it?
Yeah.
Or make the choices?
Shall I read it? You want to make the choices?
I don't mind. What would you prefer?
I don't know.
Okay, you read this one.
Someone's here. Smoke still rises from a cigarette butt in an ashtray. We notice a destroyed guitar in the corner and an empty bottle and some glasses on the cupboard. Choice. We carefully scavenge on, or we shout, "Anybody here?" Or we retreat silently. But we can't do that because we can't return 2 exploration cards.
So we have to shout, "Is anybody here?"
Well, maybe we can do that because we don't have any exploration cards left.
So you mean retreat silently and then just end it?
I don't know how it actually works if we can't return exploration cards. We can actually pick that option.
God damn it! How have we survived for a whole week and we still don't know the rules? What have we found here? A guitar, glasses, and a cigarette?
Yeah. It was a... Yeah. Empty bottle and some glasses.
I am a friendly guy. I'm really tempted to go, Hey, anybody here?
Yeah, go on. I mean...
Okay, sure. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, anybody here? 764. Woo.
Yes, in fact, there's 5 of us with guns.
Okay.
I mean, if they haven't got their glasses, so it's not like they're going to shoot me.
Good point. Well, check this out. A gaunt figure of a woman slowly emerges from the darkness of the corridor. A few minutes later, the woman sits at the table and smokes a cigarette. We look at the things she's willing to trade. We can buy, see general trade sheet, 2 vegetables and 2 weapon parts with a trade commission of 0.
So she's got 2 weapon parts and 2 vegetables to trade?
Yeah. So we could give her our vegetables to get her vegetables.
That's dumb.
No.
No, it's not dumb. I mean, I don't think we want any of that.
No, we don't.
Okay.
So, after we have a choice now. Afterwards, she will ask us to leave her shelter, back to game, or unless we decide to rob her.
No, I'm not robbing her.
Okay, cool. Back to game.
Yeah. But I will.
Good, I wouldn't have. Cool. So
we take her back to our house, and we put her in our human stable where we groom her and care for her.
yeah, and eat vegetables. Cool. So that's done. So now we choose our findings.
Yeah.
Shelf exploration of residence cards into their decks. I'll do that in a sec. And we can bring back stuff equaling to the weight of our dude. So 3 water, you said.
I'm just saying, we could have at least invited her to join us. This is a bit of a sausage fest.
Anyway, cool. And now we have the night raid.
We're definitely not interested in weapon parts, are we?
No. Okay. No, we've never needed weapons apart from that one mission that was like, get a weapon.
Yeah.
So, night raid.
Yes.
Draw and resolve the top card of the night raid's deck.
Okay.
Are you ready for some night raiding?
Oh boy. Now, wait a minute. Before we draw any cards, do we want to use secret storage?
I kind of do. Like, we kind of don't want to lose that food, do we?
Yep. In
Because they'll take the most expensive thing.
Yeah, and then hopefully next night raids we'll have the reinforced door to help us out.
Yeah.
So let's do secret storage. We'll put in the raw food, the cigarette, and the what else?
If we put the cigarette and the coffee in.
Yeah, do you think that's the best use of our secret storage?
Well, we don't need to put the coffee in there.
Yeah. I mean, we've got lots of
Maybe put an electrical part in there.
I mean, I'm just a mechanical part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real world sound effects.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Bum, bum, boom. Reality impact. Oh, this is your turn now.
Okay, draw a card from the colors deck and determine the color of the script. And this one that's not red. Grass, it's green.
You're
cool.
attacked by
and then
environmentalists.
reveal the top card of the night raids. Oh, that's findings. I was really like, I wish we actually got that. Good thing we didn't get to do looters.
291?
Yeah, 291.
Give me the storybook.
Okay. And then afterwards shuffle this card back into the night raids deck. Draw and determine. Afterwards shuffle this card back into the night raids deck.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
The hammering on the door sounds more like knocking than an attempt to force their way in.
Sounds friendly.
Hey! Anyone there? You have a few things to trade if you're interested. You may perform a trade. The traders have 3 filters, 3 shells, 3 chems, 3 cigarettes, 3 electrical parts, 3 mechanical parts, 3 weapon parts, a broken guitar, saw blade, a lockpick, and a broken shotgun. Trade commission 0.
I mean, that's not bad.
I presume we can only trade with the stuff at the house.
Yes.
What do we want? Do we want any of this?
Don't know.
We could repair the guitar and then nobody could play it because we don't know how to play.
That's true. No one does know how to play. That's very depressing. I don't know. I don't think we need any of those things. Is there anything there that...
I mean, we spend so much time trading.
Yeah, like we've kind of got what we needed. We probably
The only thing that catches my eye is the filter, because that can be used to make the rainwater collector. And we were just discussing how we don't have enough water. But I feel like by the time we've built
it's
that...
going to be the end of the game.
Yeah, it's going to be the end of the game.
It's not worth it at this point.
Lockpick is useful.
Yeah.
How much is a lockpick?
But we have Marco who can open doors with a hatchet, as if it was a lockpick.
Yeah, but doesn't that require him to discard the hatchet? Or roll to discard the hatchet? Didn't we talk about that?
Something maybe. Yeah, I think you do get rid of it. Yeah.
And a lockpick is worth like half the hatchet's value.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think how much is a lockpick?
Lockpicks are
5. So I mean, we could trade.
I mean, we don't need the sugar.
Yeah, we could trade sugar and a mechanical part. Do we need all 3?
For the reinforced door and the heater?
We need reinforced door is 1, and heater is 2. We do need all 3.
Yeah. So nope.
Yep. So we don't actually.
Does he have coffee?
Does he have coffee? No.
What do they have?
They have, chems, cigarettes, shotgun shells, filters.
I mean, we can get more chems for sugar. We get 3 chems for sugar. Which is so much more useful to us.
Okay. Cool.
Bye, sugar. Cool. All right.
Back to game.
Cool. I guess let's go shuffle back in the deck with this. Cool. And then the last night red card is...
Nuclear explosion.
Here you go.
Raging Gang.
So bad.
Damage any 8 tokens starting with the most expensive wounds 5. Does that do both?
Okay, so damage is the amount of stolen goods, that's resources that must be discarded. Wounds is the amount of wounds that must be distributed between characters on the guard space.
Okay, so
we needed more bandages.
but is there no way we can use our hatchet and our stuff
we now roll, and for everything we roll... Oh, whoa, if we roll the hatchet symbol on the yellow dice, we ignore the entire card. That's so cool.
But we don't have any rerolls, right? Because
no. They have 1 reroll each.
So does that... But can they both reroll? So do we get a total of 2 rerolls?
No, we roll a combat die corresponding for each character on the guard space. So only one guard can use one thing, probably.
Okay.
So one's using their fists and one's using the yellow dice. Yeah.
And then isn't it like we total the symbols and then we reduce stuff by that much?
Yeah.
Okay.
And every board up token subtracts a wound or a damage. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got basically 13 things to get rid of. We've got 3 already, so there's 10 more.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want here is a hatchet symbol on the yellow die.
And that's it.
And as many symbols as possible on the yellow die.
If you get the hatchet symbol...
It just resolves the whole thing.
You ignore the entire card, yeah.
Okay. But I can reroll each of these once.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose to reroll them both.
Okay. Maybe roll them a bit harder. Yeah, blow on them. That'll work. Okay, that was... that was
the best without being the absolute best.
I mean, yeah. Okay, that was really good. Okay.
4. So that's 7 things we can reduce it by. So I think probably actually reduce the wounds, right? Get rid of all the wounds. We don't want to take any wounds. Wounds are shit.
Yeah.
So get rid of 5 wounds.
But we're losing all our mechanical parts.
And chems, yeah. But at least we're not losing the raw food.
But that means we can't build as awesome stuff as we wanted to. But we can poke about for more components.
But if we take wounds, then we're just going to wind up trying to get bandages, and people could die, and we have to get those wounds up on these characters in order to survive.
That's true. Okay. So what's that? 5 wounds and how many tokens?
Yeah, so we can get rid of... so we've got 7 things we can get rid of. So that means
we lose 6 tokens.
Yeah, 6
so
tokens.
That's basically everything there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means that basically we can't build the efficient heater.
Fine. That's fine. Fine with me. At least we're bringing back coffee. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, I'm happy with that outcome. But we're building that door.
We are building that door. Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right.
And thank God for the secret. Well, what we could do is use the Vigilant Watch to keep 4 of those tokens.
Oh, of course we're using that.
Yeah?
Yes. We want to keep all 4, or is it just reduce?
It says lower the damage / wounds from a single night raid card by 4 tokens, resources or wood. So actually we still would lose the mechanical parts because they're the most expensive.
Yeah, so what we just don't... We literally just lose the mechanical parts.
Yeah, and we keep all the chems and coffee.
It's not worth it.
No, I think we should save this for, like, if we would lose the food or something.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Agreed. Poop.
No. As much as this sucks, it could be much worse.
Which is the theme for this game.
That is the entire theme of this game.
Okay, so we don't have a crime wave, so that gets shuffled back into the Night Raids deck. Woohoo. So they can come back. And we move on to the Dawn phase.
Which is the beginning of the next round.
No, wait. No, the beginning of the next round is the morning phase. This is the end of the current round. So first, Scavenging Party returns with all their resources. All that shit. If there are any meds, herbal bandages, or thingies, you can assign them.
Blat.
Oh, we need a bed.
So bad.
Okay, now we draw a fate card. So shuffle and draw a fate card. Ooh.
Show me. Ignore all Night Raid cards.
Forever. Show me early win.
Shazam, you are Captain Marvel. Oh, right, the fate cards. I was thinking of the narrative actions.
So, raise the illness of all ill characters by 1. Heal the wounds of all characters with bandages by 1.
Yes.
And then discard bandages.
Romans are better.
Yay. Awesome. All right. If coldness minus board ups is 5 or more, their illness goes up by 1. So
right,
6 minus 3 is 3. That's not 5 or more. We're fine. Exchange the nearest medium location. Large.
There is none.
There is none. So if there is none, exchange the nearest large location.
Oh, bye-bye, Old Town. Old Town's finally gone.
Okay. All right. And then this Exploration Reality Impact gets shuffled back into the Exploration deck. Back. And then...
everything moves closer?
Yeah, I think that's how it works. And then we've got a new location, which is the warehouse, which can't trade in.
Oh my god, man, we can't trade. What are we gonna do?
Where are all those opportunities for trading now?
Hey, listen, this is removed from the game.
Okay. And then resolve weight tokens. So that gives us something over there, doesn't it?
Yes. Please, can we have 3 herbs?
Oh, yes, we can. Oh, yeah, you're right. The herbs are tobacco, and then that's it. The herbal meds are,
Fun
stuff, yeah.
Fun stuff.
Soda pops. There it is. Ta-da! 3 herbs. Woo!
Although the image is quite clearly mint.
Sure. Okay, and then resolve spirit A. So, if any character in the group is hungry, level 3... Nope. Okay, cool. Discard a cigarette from the storage to reduce all races' misery by 1.
So that's Roman or Bruno's going to have misery going up by 1.
And then we've got a coffee habit here, so get rid of the coffee.
That's fine. We've got a coffee.
All right.
So we've got a cigarette.
So we're getting rid of that.
Yeah, but who's going to have misery?
This is why we're producing cigarettes. It's because we've got so many smokers in the house. It makes sense.
You guys, come on!
They're like, why did you trade all the cigarettes? It just means someone's going on the chair. They already are have 2 actions. It's almost pointless. It's just that if he's hungry, he gets more miserable. And if he's wounded, he gets more miserable. Where here... If anyone gets wounded, or if Roman is ill, he gets miserable, which is unlikely. So let's give it to him.
Yeah, seems he's less vulnerable to misery than Bruno. Cool. Also, from past experience, Roman is an avid reader.
Shuffle this back into the fate card, deck. And then finally, we get 2 narrative actions, and we get to pick 1, and then it's the end of the game, end of the round. We also drink alcohol if we had any.
I wish we had some alcohol. Alright, here we go. This is the betrayal at the spaghetti incident card.
What?
That is a joke from season 2. You ready?
Yeah.
You want to
season 2 of what?
This show.
Oh.
Chapter 2 of the show. We're saying these cards look like the front cover of Betrayal.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yeah. But they have spaghetti on them.
I said they look like the Spaghetti Incident album cover.
So we've got like a mouse during the scavenging phase. Instead of rolling for noise, we can set the noise marker to 1. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Or close call. Play during combat. Ignore all wounds from a single die roll.
No, keep this. Look at that. During the night raid phase, ignore all wounds from one night raid card.
Yeah, I think that's a fairly awesome thing. All right, and that goes back. Oh, do we remove the other from the game? Oh, I hope not. No, that definitely goes back.
No, that goes back in. Yeah, we only remove them from the game if we use them.
Cool, and that is the end of the round. Probably the episode.
Yeah, in fact, this episode has been like
an hour.
Yeah, 3 times the length they're supposed to be.
Okay.
So we're back into this war of mine, and we'll be back tomorrow for more of this war of mine to see if we can survive
the next 2 days.
I mean, we breezed through this day.
Yeah.
I'm feeling confident.
So it'll probably be a shorter episode as well next time.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting back into it. So
yeah, exactly. We're catching back up, seeing what is going on.
Yeah.
Now I'm confident. I'm feeling great. I think that unless something stupendously... I mean, we survived the Raging Gang with the TV chef armed with a hatchet.
Yeah, that's true. That was pretty awesome. Marin was all like... Bruno was all like, Brup, got a hatchet.
Bruno's like, and now I'm just going to fricassee your eyes.
Cool.
He's like, he's got a severed head. Here's one I prepared earlier.
How does that even work?
So, yeah, come back tomorrow for more Violent TV Chefs. We'll see you there.
Bye.